Welcome to the deep dive. We're looking at a bunch of info you shared, basically a snapshot of the U.S. for one day, May 30th, 2025, mostly from sources like USA Today.
Yeah, think of this as your shortcut. We'll pull out the important bits, the surprising stuff, and what you really need to know about what was going on that day.
Exactly. Our job is to walk you through it, find those interesting connections without, getting lost in the weeds. Let's just jump in. Politics and trade first.
Sounds good.
Okay, so the sources kick off with President Trump. He was at a rally in Pennsylvania.
That's right. And the big focus there, promoting that deal between Nippon Steel, the Japanese company, and U.S. Steel.
Ah, right.
The goal, reportedly, is all about boosting the American steel industry, jobs here at home, a real push on industrial policy.
Okay. And still on trade, there was a court thing happening with tariffs?
Yes, a federal appeals court decision. And what's important is that it let tariffs from the Trump administration keep going.
Hmm.
Well, even though, as one report noted, a lower trade court had actually questioned if the president had the authority under that Emergency Powers Act, the IEPA.
Right, the IEPA.
So the appeals court basically said, for now, the tariffs stay. It's an ongoing legal question, really.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. U.S.-China relations. Sounds like they hit a bump.
Yeah, the reports say trade talks basically stalled and the potential fix being floated.
What's that?
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent apparently suggested it might take, well, direct intervention, like President Trump and President Xi talking face-to-face, or at least directly.
To break the logjam.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
This is after that 90-day truce they agreed on earlier in the month, so clearly things weren't moving fast enough.
And on top of that, there's talk of even more tariffs.
Potentially. The sources mentioned the administration was considering temporary ones, maybe up to 15% on different foreign goods.
Using existing laws.
Using existing legal frameworks, yeah. So you see the picture on May 30th, this big steel deal push, court fights over tariffs, stalled talks, thinking about new tariffs. Trade was definitely front and center.
All right, moving away from the purely economic stuff, the sources also mentioned some legal and social issues, something about a high school track championship.
Yes, in California. The reports indicate there was a lot of attention, maybe scrutiny, because a transgender athlete was competing.
Ah.
And this sparked a pretty big debate, apparently, about fairness, inclusivity in sports. Is that larger national conversation playing out very locally? Presented pretty neutrally in the source, just noting the debate.
Gotcha. And another legal item involved Harvard.
That's right. A U.S. judge extended a block, meaning stopped an attempt by the administration to revoke Harvard certification for enrolling foreign students.
Okay, so what does that signify?
Well, it really just highlights the ongoing legal fights around immigration policy, especially how it bumps up against higher education and international students coming to the U.S.
Okay, now, for something completely different, a big sports moment happened that day.
Oh, this is a great one. Frank Nazar led Team USA to a huge win in international ice hockey.
Huge how?
Well, according to the reports, it ended a 92-year gold medal drought for the U.S. in that specific competition.
Wow, 92 years.
Yeah, described as really capturing the nation's attention, a defining moment. Kind of a feel-good story amidst all the policy talk.
Definitely. And just a couple more quick things from the sources for May 30th. The National Spelling Bee wrapped up.
It did. The 97th one, marking 100 years since the competition started. Quite a tradition.
Indeed, and a big change in TV news.
Yeah, Lester Holt. That night was apparently his final broadcast anchoring NBC Nightly News.
End of an era, sort of.
It seems so. And the reports noted Tom Lamas was taking over starting June 2nd. A significant handover.
So looking back at this single day, May 30th, 2025, from everything you shared, it's quite a mix, isn't it? Trade deals, court rulings, social debates.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then you throw in a historic sports win, a spelling bee milestone, a major news anchor signing off.
It really shows how many different things are happening all at once in the country.
Right. Looking at just one day like this, based on these reports, it does paint a picture of a nation dealing with a lot of different pressures and changes simultaneously.
It really does. So maybe here's something for you, the listener, to think about. How do all these different headlines from just one day, politics, trade, law, social issues, sports, media, how do they all fit together? What kind of picture does it paint about the U.S. navigating, well, a period of really complex and pretty rapid change? Something to chew on after our deep dive today.